Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
It's a big WNBA card tonight, and I'm seeing a lot of line movement here. Just we've been on the air, Mindy. The steam has been flashing up on the screen for me. So there's going to be some changes to these lines as we go along that I give out on the screen here, but not in this one necessarily. I'm showing the Liberty -7 and the total 163.5 here. Liberty on the road going to be a favorite tonight.
Yeah, Liberty just came off that bad loss to the Sky when they were big favorites. Kind of looks that way again here today for me. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dream. The Liberty are 0-4 in their last 4 road games, not really playing well here on the road. I have to see a little bit more from Liberty on the road in order for me to take them laying some big points. So taking the Dream here today.
All right, Atlanta Dream for Mindy against the Liberty, getting those points. And yeah, this one hasn't necessarily seen a lot of movement. Atlanta's won a couple of games so far. I don't mind them, and seen maybe some inconsistency from the Liberty. They were supposed to be the super team. I still think they're probably pretty darn good, but I'll jump on this one with you here, getting the points at +7. Here's the thing about Atlanta. You talk just a 2-3 record, but they have covered 2 of 3 home games so far, and the Liberty 0-3 against the spread on the road. Let's take Atlanta here plus the points, and maybe the Liberty will win, but now you got to cover 7 with a team that hasn't covered anything yet.
Right.
Here's the Dream for Sherilyn, and probably just you and me and Sherilyn here. Oh, Butterscotch will take the Dream here. And I see that wrestling reference, and the Iron Sheik passes away. That was a surprise, actually. I had heard the Iron Sheik wasn't doing that well, but interestingly, the Iron Sheik had kind of moved into.
He had a good Twitter account, Ramon. I don't know if you follow.
Iron. It was probably extended his popularity. Not only that, but his religious influence. He was actually listed. I mean, it was kind of a joke in a way. It was a joke to a certain extent, but we do know that he kind of moved towards religion after his wrestling. But he was actually listed on Bovada as at 100,000 to 1 to be the next pope.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
I mean, the top cardinals and archbishops are, right now. We don't want to say it like that because the Pope is in the hospital and just undergoing some surgery, not a major. I mean, it is a major, like Bill Walton would say, when you're having an operation, it's only major surgery when it's on you, right? Or, but he's in the hospital. But the odds on most of the favorites to be the next pope are 6 to 1, 7 to 1, but the Iron Sheik was also on that list. It's the longest of shots. Hey, here's the Fever and the Lynx in this one. This is the worst matchup of the season here. A couple of teams with just 1 win between them. They're 2-11 straight up between them. I'm showing the current line is Lynx -3, and this total has dropped to 162. Steam came in on the under.
Well, the Lynx are the one that's hot, right? They're coming off of their 1 win, shot 40% from the floor there, 30% from the 3-point line. I know the Fever has been playing pretty close games themselves here, but I'm going to take the Lynx. I'm going to take the home team here, giving up the 2 buckets.
Since we just pick every WNBA game together, I'll just take the Lynx here with you in this one. So why not? Let's see here. Sorry I missed your guys' plays on that last one. We kind of moved. Maybe I moved a little too quickly. Here's the links for Ron. You guys are on the record though in the chat certainly. Ron on the links. Sherilyn will come in on the fever here. I'm on the links with you. And yeah, that move to the under does look pretty serious. Charles is on the links as well. It's a 5-game card. Let's keep it moving here. So on the under in this one. The very disappointing Phoenix Mercury. Well, it hasn't been what's going to happen with this team. They are a big underachiever. Uh, no finger pointing yet. No panic, I guess. But the Wings are 4-3, and the line here now is up to 5 at some spots, and the total 168.
Are you talking about the finger pointing to the veterans on that Mercury squad? Is that what it is, Ramon?
I mean, Skylar's going to have to come back soon, and they're going to have to figure out if they like each other or not. No problem with Brittany, other than maybe they're, maybe I don't want to be unfair to her. You don't want to say, using her too much. You can never use a superstar too much, but maybe they just don't have a deep supporting cast.
Well, they're not playing well defensively, and the Wings just beat them, I believe, here a couple of games ago. So I'm going to go ahead and come back on the Wings. The Mercury are 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 road games. Just not playing well on the road there either. So going ahead and taking Wings minus 4.5.
All right. Well, the Wings here.
Or I guess minus 5 now.
Yeah, probably there's a couple of 4.5s out there juiced up to minus 120 or so right now. So I'm going to take the over as my play in this one. Can't agree on them all. I'll take over here with Wings and Mercury. Yeah, maybe that people are taking the Wing. Maybe that's why the line is moving because of Phoenix's poor start. They are 0-2 against the spread on the road, but Dallas, I will mention, 3-1 so far. 2-1 at home as a 2-1 against the spread at home. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'll go over in this one. See, we got some comments here. Maybe looks like Ron will be on the over. And welcome to Adrian Hinsey here.
Adrian's got a question for you.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out right away. Here's Sherilyn on the Wings here. And what is a good, accurate sports betting program or software to get information on odds and money movement? Interestingly, we're adding probably the next feature to the Tony's Picks website is going to be live odds. Which will be great, because I think that Tony is going to be wanting to present many lines here. So I think most of the sites that do offer live odds are kind of accurate. I'm not sure I have the right answer for this one. I'm someone that, there are lots of free sites out there, and I'm not going to promote them necessarily, but, I pay for a fast line movement service. So, do you have anything to add to that, Mindy? I'm not sure I can help you, Adrian. Thank you for coming, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch the money via the market too much. That's what I have you for, Ramon.
Yeah.
That's why we work pretty good together, right? I look more on the stat side of things. I look at pace of play, things like that. And so this show for me, it's kind of more of an eye-opener with Ramon on how he looks at market movement. But I think a lot of it is like you said, he pays for a service through Don Best. I don't know if you wanted to mention who it was, but on there, I think you can also get where the tickets are being sold, right, via the public or the Sharp, and maybe that's something that you can check into.
Yeah, there are plenty of sites, and I will say this, and it's always a discussion. I'm hearing it on across the street too, talking about people who pay attention to it, don't pay attention to it. For me, I pay attention mostly to tickets. Only tickets, really. I'm not concerned about the money because while Mindy might like to bet a little more than I do, doesn't make her opinion any better or worse, right? Then so you might have someone who is not a wealthy person. Maybe they're a good sports bettor. Maybe they grind out a little profit or whatever, but their unit size is smaller. And then here you come Mattress Mac, who's a terrible sports bettor that just bets with his heart and he plops down $5 million. So why are you going to pay attention to the money necessarily? I always want to pay attention to the tickets for me. So maybe that helps a little bit. But as far as I think you can look to any of those sites. They really just use data. Often it's repackaged data from those sites. Yeah, you mentioned Don Best, you mentioned Sports Insights, and those are paid services, and those are the ones that I use. But there are apps out there. I said, Minnie, that I'm using my phone instead of having my odds screen over here today, and so I'm having to whip through the phone on the
Oh
odds.
yeah, there you go.
And that's what Don Best looks like on the phone there. So, and you can see the move come in. For example, on our WNBA, you can see the opening move over there on the end, and then it's a little blurry there. I
Yeah,
see, but
not too bad.
yeah. And Don, they have a more expensive to get it fast, but they do have a cheap one too that you can get for like 10 or $15 a month. But there are plenty of free ones out there. If you're not totally serious or totally, or maybe do it as a job like I am, you can rely on those free services. Head over to our Discord, and I'll help you a little bit more, Alan. If you're really, I'm sorry, Adrian, if you're really serious about finding out more, I can definitely. And Charles Sharp mentioned one right there. That's a pretty good app. It probably look. I know that company right there. I'm not going to flash it on the screen, but what Charles Sharp said about that particular app, I do think it is the best app out there for a lot of information. There's a lot of previews, the line move, the line accuracy of it, and I will say this that that particular app is also tied in with, I will mention Sports Insights because I like them, but they are the same company kind of. So okay, thanks you guys, great. Anyways, let's keep it going. We're almost done, Mindy. Sorry about that. Here's the Mystics and the Storm. The Mystics have taken some steam here. They are up to they're up to minus 12.5 right there.
Hey, look at it's clear. There you go. All right.
Hey, there you see the consensus, which I use as the opener, minus 11, and now it's 12.5. And the fact that it's in black there means it's just moved recently, within the last several minutes. So Mystics 12.5, 156.
Yeah, Mystics though, they've had their last couple of games here decided by like a total of 5 points. They haven't exactly been out there kicking anyone's butt, really. Mystics here 1-5 in their last 6 road games, 0-5 in their last 5 overall against the spread. And then the Storm team suddenly, look, they're 5-0 against the spread here. So yeah, it's just one of those. The Storm need to stay away from, those 6-point quarters. If they can get past those, they'll be okay. I'm going to take the Storm here in the points.
Okay, Mindy, taking the Seattle Storm, trying to get it back on track here against Washington. Why wouldn't they cover this many points at home? Look, I know they're 1-4, and yes, Washington is going to be a top. Well, Seattle's trying to get things fixed, but look, Washington is 0-5 against the spread as a favorite so far. Now the line continues to rise. The Storm, they're 3-1 against the spread at home so far. So are these the WNBA spreads starting to get a little bit wonky?
Maybe.
Just want to say that one word today. I'll take the Storm with you here.
All right.
Plus 12.5. The line's going up. Yes, Storm have a lot of things they got to fix, but they're covering numbers so far. And that's what you want to see, I would think, from a team that's, when you're trying to repair things, trying to get it going, right? You're covering spread. Like I said, hey, Mindy, the coach of the year should be the coach that has the best spread record at the end of the year.
Right.
That's the team that has overachieved. So we'll take the Storm, one more. And Ron's questioning it as well. Look, Ron, I think the Mystics are, look, we saw Connecticut beat Vegas. Connecticut's definitely a good team. We know the Liberty is really good. Washington is supposed to be there, right there as well. But let's take the Storm and to give them a chance here. Look, I mean, I don't know, 80-70. We're still, I don't say that. That's kind of a low score. 90-80 gets us home. What's the total? 157. All right, 85-75 gets us home. Anyways, I might have a move on the total. I don't want to give away too much there. Okay, one more in the WNBA, and it's Sky and the Sparks here in this one. And the line currently is now up to 3.5. Another mover here is a Spark. The Sparks have taken, and this total is dropped. There was steam, definitely came across here as the show's been going on. So 3.5, and the total has dropped all the way to 158.5. Maybe after what we saw with that Sparks game, was it against the Storm that ended up? I had an over, and the finals was like 68-65 or something like that.
And you're like, what?
But so this total has dropped big time.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a little bit of a letdown spot here for the Sky or not after just beating the Liberty there. But the Sparks have played 4 of their 6 games versus the Liberty and the Aces. So to me, that's been a tough start. I mean, I think the Sparks team is pretty good. I'm going to go with them at home here tonight, taking the -3.5.
All right, and I'll try it with you. I'll try the Sparks. I do think
I liked it opener better, -1.5.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can, when we get together and do our little betting after the show that Mindy and I like to do. So would we come on here after a 4-0 day? We're in a good mood. We're,
right.
Mindy's trying to buy me dinner every night.
I am.
With all of her winning.
He's stubborn. He won't take my money.
Well, we're gonna give it out because that's what we do on the show, is give it out here on the and our picks in the system as well at minus. We'll have to give out 3.5, but Mindy and I, when we get off the air, we'll probably take the money line. And you can too if you're a little flustered by that line move here. But on the show, we give out sides and totals pretty much. We'll give out the Sparks here in this one. We're on them. We're on the Sparks.
Big show today. We got 15 picks, Ramon. It's a bunch.
Oh my God.
I know.
We might be
the dough today.
Might be eating top ramen here by the end of the night.
No, it's steak and lobster type of night.
Oh boy. God, if I could eat lobster every night. I should.
I mean, I'm excited here, Ramon. The Ameristar Casino, they're finally bringing back their crab leg buffet night. That's where I might be on Friday nights here coming up.
Okay.
Love me some crab legs, all she can eat.
I do love me crab too. I do love lobster better.
Right.
So here we go. Sherilyn's on the Sparks. Ron is going to take the Sky. We're almost done here. Solo on the Sparks.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.